All right, so today I have an unboxing of the Nike LeBron 17. This is my first look at the shoe, and I'm excited to see the next evolution of the Nike LeBron line. What is going on, guys? Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. If you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals, check the link in the description, and happy shopping. So just like the Jordan line, the LeBron lineage is continuing with the Roman numerals, which is something they've done for a long time. This one has a little bit more flair, and the box is kind of crazy because it's like foiled gold, and then you can see there's actually a print of a lion on the backdrop of it, so kind of cool the way that works. You can see it has LeBron 17 there on the side, big Nike swoosh here. And there's the top of the lion right there, so it actually forms a lion head on the shoe. I went with a size 9.5 men's US because that is all I knew to get. $200 is the retail price on the LeBrons. I think that's back up from what they were last year, but this is the first colorway. And I actually got this early from a sneakers drop, which is always fun when that happens, and you can actually get colorway a little bit early. This is dropping on September 27th, though, in a larger scale. And this colorway specifically is known as the Future Air. And dudes, look at this crazy iridescent see-through tongue thing that they got going on here. I think that accessory to the shoe is enough to make me go, okay, I'm curious to see where they take this. And then you have a jeweled Nike swoosh back here. You have a removable tag, which is also a nice plus, removed before launch. And man, it just looks like a really crazy upgraded version of the previous model. There's basically three key components that you should know about this shoe. The first major changeup is this upper, which in the previous model it was known as Battle Knit, but in this model it's known as Knit Posit, and it really is a crazy looking upper, and it's like a bunch of yarn underneath and kind of embedded in the middle of each little segment of this upper. I don't really know how to describe it, and honestly, from a design element, I think that it's kind of cool because you can do two tones and make it look a little bit more textured, which is literally textured underneath the little pods and stuff. But on the downside is I don't know what they could do with like prints and stuff like that. It's kind of monotone, the whole entire upper. The first thing, as I mentioned though, the big change up was this Knit Posit upper. Then you move your way down to the midsole, which is also the biggest change up. So the air unit on the back here, kind of ridiculous. It's the largest air unit on a LeBron thus far, and look at the size of that stack. It's just massive. It's kind of like a 270, like distributed better, where it's not as bulbous on the back, but it's just a huge, massive, very, very felt air unit on the back. And just to compare the LeBron 10, which is probably one of the best received LeBrons in the market, this one had a really interesting hybrid of Zoom Air and Max Air on the shoe. You could see it's just crazy how it's like integrated with the Zoom Air in the middle. But look at the difference in size on the air unit. The LeBron 17 is definitely much bigger than the previous one. So just wanted to show you guys a side by side. Obviously for a big dude like LeBron, impact protection with that huge air unit back here. But they did two individual zoom pods in the front of the shoe right here. But the pods in the front remind me somewhat of these pods right here. And this is my Thanos inspired LeBron. I always have to break this out when I can. This is like probably the most hated LeBron model of all time. And I love this shoe so much because of the Infinity Gauntlet theme and the Thanos and stuff. I don't know. This was a fun one for me to be able to customize. But anyway, that is that. And then also another one that I really love while I'm showing some of these ones I Nike ID'd back in the day. This is the elite version of the 12, but you can see it has a zoom stack in the back and a bunch of different pods of the Zoom Air in the front. And although it looked cool, it wasn't really that functional, unfortunately. It wasn't as soft as it needed to be because the smaller the pods, they didn't react and respond the way that they needed to. But I love these ones too, just a crazy theme. I made it after his first championship shoe, so that's the reason why I did that one. But back to the 17s though, for those wondering, I mean, these are actually legitimate zoom pods in the front. They're soft and malleable versus these ones here, which were hard as a rock. So I will say, as soon as I try these on, you can actually feel the zoom in the very front of the shoe, which is a pretty big feat to be made considering you have a massive air unit on the back of the shoe, and you have these really generous zoom stacks in the front of the shoe. And you'd think that that heel-toe transition would be terrible because of this huge air pocket on the back, and then the smaller zoom on the front. But I have to say, it's like a really nice seamless transition, which is something that I did not expect. I thought it was going to be a little bit more ridiculous. Like an example I can think of in recent times is the 270 Reacts. It's like air, and then it transitions to really soft React. This is not like that sensation. It's like really, really good on feet, which obviously has to be when you're using it for performance. But those are the three main components. I mean, the air on the back, the zoom in the front, and then the upper, which is knit posit. Between those three key parts of technology, there's definitely some differences between the shoe and other shoes on the market, which is part of the reason why they can command that $200 price range. Now, I know the Jordan 34s are coming out here in a little bit as well. They're going head to head against these, and I think that those are $185. These are $200. So this is the flagship Nike and Jordan brand product to hit the market, and it'll be interesting to see how this one performs on court and how, more importantly, the sales are, because for the last handful of LeBrons, they really haven't been known super well on the casual side of something that people will rock off the court. I'm kind of one of those people that, like, I love to wear my basketball shoes off court, just like I like to wear running shoes casually, and I think that this is one of those shoes that look really good casually. I have to say it is pretty nice on feet. Now, there's a couple things I don't really love about it at the same time. The first thing, which is probably the biggest draw to the shoe, at least in this colorway, and is honestly something I wouldn't change, is this crazy iridescent lion-like design. It's just so rad how this thing covers the front, and you could see it is see-through. Like, you could see my fingers through it, and you can see the laces through it, but it adds so much craziness to the shoe. It just looks like a futuristic visor or something like that. I don't know. I really dig it. And I like the fact that you can add something crazy and adds dimension to the shoe so it doesn't feel so singular like we're used to with a knit upper like this. So I really love the way it looks. However, the downside is it's really difficult to lace. It's really difficult to unlace. And similar to this travesty of a shoe right here, this was like the most impossible shoe ever. Like, if you unlaced these, you were in bad shape. And actually, I did unlace my pair. I did a video on it, and I actually sold those or gave them away for really, really cheap. So somebody actually got them, and they were able to relace them with like a hanger or something like that. But I mean, the fact that it's so difficult, it's not really very, very functional for me to be able to loosen the laces and stuff like that. So because of that, I don't really love the fact that that is shielded. That's one thing I don't really love, though, is the fact that I have to jump through hoops just to be able to loosen the shoe and make it fit the way I want, because these are pretty snug to get on feet. You do have to adjust them quite a bit. At least I did, to be able to get them on your feet. They did fit true to size, though. I will say they fit just fine. 9.5 true to size for me. And so I did like that. I do like the pull tab on the back too, and it's a simple little grommet right here. And then they have the remove before launch little thing right here, which is iridescent, similar to the tongue of the shoe. It's definitely kind of a nod to the Galaxy foam posits, which is something that I really like. And then I like the big jewel swoosh again on the back here. It's really nice. The molding on the midsole is actually really solid rubber right here as well. And then the heel cup back here has a lot of structure to it, and because of this upper, it's really interesting because you have the softest kind of Flyknit style upper right here in the front, and then as you morph your way to the back, it becomes really, really tough and stiff, and it's a really different type of knit. I mean, it just looks crazy the way that they molded it all together, from that simple stuff all the way back through to all these little bumps. And then it says right here on the back, it says LeBron Knit Posit. And I like this little nod to Jordan brand right here, how it says that right here. Engineered to the exact launch specifications of LeBron James. And one other thing I have to say I really like is I saw a video on like Instagram of LeBron unboxing his own shoes. Like, that shows that he's behind the product. That shows that he's behind the hype of the shoe, that he's like his own hype man. And I think that that is super important in this day and age. When he had the LeBron, like I think it was the 11s that came out, or whichever ones, he went back to playing on the Soldiers and the previous model. He didn't even play games with the newest model. So the fact that he's behind this one already, we've seen it leaked from him himself early like that. I think that's a really, really strong move forward for the brand, and just smart marketing, especially in this day and age. It's a more social age than it used to be. So it's really important to get the people behind it that are creating the shoe. But what do you guys think about the new LeBron 17? Is it something you guys are interested in picking up for casual wear or for performance? Either or. If you guys have pick them up since this video, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Let others know what you guys think about the shoe, and if it performs well, if you like it casually or whatever else. I'm curious to hear. I really want to see what other themes they have for this shoe. I mean, for me personally, this first one was just so ridiculous looking. Like, this could be a LeBron All-Star shoe in my opinion. It just looks that crazy and flashy. Like, I could see this being something like that. So when All-Star hits, I just really want to see what they create then. So I'm really excited to see the new colorways and the new mock-ups of the LeBron 17 that ended up surfacing. So yeah, that's pretty much the video though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I have a bunch of other videos that are in the backlog. So if you guys are new to the channel and you like sneakers, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Like the video if you like the video. Have a great rest of the day, and more sneaker videos very soon. Peace, guys.